What's up, y'all? It's the girl Stacy the Intuitive back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about a really important topic because something came up for me today, and I was like, you know what? If I can relay this message to someone and it helps someone, this would be perfect because it's exactly what I needed to hear. I had like a little bit of a tough love moment with myself, and I was like, this is a message that the people could hear, right? So I have been doing actually really well. I talked about that in my last video, just kind of like an update on my life, but I found myself kind of like ruminating, right? I'm in a space where I'm entering the unknown, kind of, right? I mean, everything is unknown, but I'm entering the unknown. I'm kind of being like asked to surrender. Like God and Divine are asking me to totally surrender and just let things happen through me, instead of trying to control everything. And I'm totally with it, right? But I have some, factors in my life that are, they're unknown. So I kind of find myself like in this position of ruminating, right? And I find myself also searching for issues where there are none. So this morning I woke up and I was just kind of overthinking. And literally last night I had the same thing. It was like this overthinking, ruminating about something I can't control, ruminating about something that literally doesn't have much impact or influence on my life at this time. But I just found myself overthinking. And in the midst of all that, I have like a lot of goals coming through. I have a lot of inspiration coming through and all of that, right? I had to say to myself, it's time to get focused. Like, you need to get focused. Like, I had to really have this harsh truth moment with myself. Like, you're doing well, you're doing fine, things are good, but you are allowing yourself to seep into distraction. And I really had to just kind of like tell myself, because I feel like when you're on this spiritual path, when you're working with the divine, you oftentimes like you can get so deep into your divinity that you forget like that there is a darkness and you can be susceptible to it. And that's why you want to have really good discernment to know what's fear, what's illusion based, what's divinity based, and all of that. So I found myself kind of like ruminating, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I was like, of course, devil energy. And I think of devil as more of an energy than like an entity. I mean, it can be one and the same, but to me, if I see it as an energy, it just kind of takes away that power that like convention tries to give it. So, of course, if you're coming to a time right now, this is just for a message for anyone who finds themselves at kind of an auspicious period of time where they feel like the way is being cleared for them and stuff like that, but they don't really have the external evidence of that. Maybe you do kind of have some external evidence, but it's more of like okay, now I'm trying to flow. Now I have to surrender for everything to like truthfully unfold and like align into the pieces that they're meant to align into, right? There's this energy of I have to surrender if I want this to actually eventuate for me, if I want all the possibilities to take place, And so if you're one of those people who find yourself in that space and you're kind of finding like that's the only option, what's really being asked of you is to get into the present. Do not focus too much on the past or the future for reference about what's happening right now, because those things will quite literally rob you of everything that's trying to happen right now. Distraction energy is a very big thing in the collective. Distraction energy is a very big thing in the energies right now, in the the happenings of everything right now, because of the simple fact that we are coming to this place of profound presence where things can be delivered to us, where we are more receptive to what is for us, right? But if you find yourself in this space of needing to be present but you're wavering a bit, it's okay to give yourself moments. I have to say this to myself too. It's okay to give yourself moments to process, to reflect, to purge, to release whatever is coming up. So if you have an unexpected event and you need to process that, you need time to just kind of be in that, do it. But the thing that devil energy would love is for us to get stuck in that space, to get stuck in that ruminating, that overthinking, that concern energy where there is none. You want to, at this time, if the path is being cleared, the best thing that the devil could get out of us is to create problems where there are none, to get us to think that there's a problem where there is none, when the thing that you're thinking about is already being handled by the divine and you just need to get out of the way. And although we might not be taking actions on behalf of those things, even the way we're thinking, even the direction of our thoughts are powerful enough at this point. They always are, but especially at this point, to take us away, take us out of alignment for the things that are coming into us right now. This seems like a very important message to me, because it applies very heavily at this time. This is a message that could apply anytime, but I feel right now in the collective, this message applies the most right now, because we're all in this if you've been doing the work, if you've been walking the path, if you've been aligning yourself to your highest potential, if you've been being meek, if you've been trying to work through the will of the divine and let the divine and let God work through you, then you would probably find yourself at this time at a position where you feel very much in a protected space, very much in a guided space, like the path is being illuminated right before you, right? And the worst thing that you could do when you see this path being illuminated right before you is to look over here and to get caught on it. Oh my God, why is this happening? What's going on? Right? That would be the absolute worst thing that could happen, when God is like, no, stay focused, stay focused. We have things over here for you, stay focused. Devil's like, no, but this. And what about what happened over there? And how is this going to happen in the future? Right? Things are not what they seem at this time. I told myself today that, because a big thing for me is I try to, obviously we want to be balanced, want to be physically and energetically focused. But for me right now, I need to stay energetically focused, because if I'm staying physically focused, I've noticed that that was taking my attention away from what's real, what's true. You want to stay embodying, excuse me, that was gross. You want to stay embodying your truth at this time, right? I had some water, it's sparkling water, so I don't know, whatever. But you want to stay in a place of embodying your truth at this time. And exactly what devil energy, if you don't want to call it devil energy, call it, you know, things that want to tempt or shadow, whatever. I'm calling it devil energy, but devil energy wants you to place your attention elsewhere, on a place that doesn't matter, so that it takes you out of your truth. Because if you're focused on the future and, you know, what's going on there and how things don't seem like they're going to work out, well, you're not presently focused in the truth of what's happening for you right now. You're not receptive to the truth of what you are right now, what you're embodying right now, which will lead to the future. There's just this really big energy of trust. And devil energy really benefits by you being in a distrusting position, by you being in a position where you're questioning, by you being in a position where you're distracted. Don't let these distractions get to you. I really had to tell myself, it's time to be focused. Everything is working out best case scenario right now. And I know we hear that a lot, but there's just a different energy that this is taking on at this time. It's really just like, I feel like God has shown me exactly our connection, our co-creation. And so the only way that things get off track is if I relinquish that connection that we have right now. And I'm not planning on doing that. And I don't think that any of you are either. So the best thing that devil energy can do right now, because devil energy is not in a position to, like, you know, really create just true distortions in our life where, you know, we're living out these distortions. The best thing, our minds are kind of being attacked right now, I feel. I don't really like that, because it sounds like scarier than it is, but our minds are very powerful at this time. The more present we become, the more the reality that we have chosen unfolds. So of course, it's all about being present in the mind, body, and spirit. So our minds are the most, like, vulnerable at this time. You just don't want to let yourself get into distractions. So this is a reminder for anyone. If you've kind of found yourself like in this higher vibrational state, like that's kind of where I found myself. And you know, I don't like those words, because I feel like they set a hierarchy when everything is literally, you could be feeling bad but still be in high vibration. So it's not as black and white as you think. But for me, I've been in kind of like a high vibe, meaning I've been surrendering, I've been trusting, I've been feeling good, and I've been just feeling aligned, right? And with that being said, it's more so just about feeling aligned. With that being said, I have found that the only thing that's been taking me off track is like overthinking about things that are not really shouldn't be at the forefront of my attention, right? Thinking about things, ruminating about things, trying to create messages where there are none. And I'm not saying like, you know, I'm being like, whatever. I'm not saying that I'm just like creating messages, but I'm just saying it's a thing of, I overthink about something. I'm like, oh, what is this trying to tell me? Like, is everything not going to work out? No, that's not the case at all. You're just distracted. And as soon as you refocus your attention, you'll see that you were distracted. It's really just a matter of attuning back to your sense of, this is my truth and I'm sticking to it. It's here. And then once you get distracted, you kind of are able to see that the things that unfold from that distraction are all illusory, not real, have no substance, have no basis. So the message that I really just want to relay at this time is that God and the divine wants you to know, like, you're at a very special, pivotal time, right? Do not let yourself be robbed of this time that is literally making all of your dreams unfold, that has literally been ushered here by the beautiful past unfoldment of events. The way that we mess this up is by not trusting our past and not trusting our future, not trusting that the past has led us to exactly where we need to be, and not trusting that the present is not leading us to exactly where we need to be. The present is leading you to where you need to be, guys. Stay there. Do not let yourself be distracted, okay? Do not let yourself be distracted, okay? I just wanted to really iterate that message. I feel like now I'm kind of going in circles with it, but it's just such an important thing at this time. I feel like the people who are watching this, I just feel like God and Divine have like very special surprises and things for you, and Devil Energy wants to do everything it can to kind of get you out of that space that you need to be in to best receive this. And I just want you guys to be prepared too, because this morning when I realized, like, girl, you're getting distracted, like, and it wasn't that I was getting distracted, it was that I was giving myself space to kind of work through the energies that I had just recently experienced. I gave myself space. But then when I found myself getting deeper into that energy of giving myself space, it's like I was digging a hole where I was just supposed to be looking. I was just supposed to be observing it. And I started like digging the hole. It's like, why are you digging that hole, girl? Like, you were just supposed to look at it. It's like, okay, stop digging the hole. Like, you need to be watching the other crops grow at this time. There's a whole garden here that God and Divine are, you know, working through for you, and you just saw like a little ant hole and you started digging for no reason, but there's like a whole garden in front of you that's like rising, right? And you need to be seeing how the sun sets on it, how the animals interact, whatever, you know, like we got a whole ecosystem going. So don't let yourself get distracted at this time. Very beautiful energies are on the way. If you're seeing this message is for you guys. This is one of those messages that it's like, it's no, I don't know. There's nothing more to it than just the truth, right? So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that this helps some of you if you found yourself kind of digging at that hole that has no purpose. It's literally off the side, like it's not even a part of your garden, right? Don't let yourself get distracted, right? Be where you are right now. Be present. The present is where everything is happening, and everything is not what it seems. I want to reiterate that. Things that seem impossible are going to be made possible. Things that seem far out of reach are going to magically appear on your doorstep. Devil Energy doesn't want you to be at the house to hear the doorbell ring, because it wants you distracted. It wants you, you know, deciding that no, it would be better to go and address this issue that I had with somebody at the corner store the other day because I can't get it off my mind, but there's a delivery coming for you. So keep that in mind, guys. It's super important. And I feel like you guys will receive this. So I will see you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of different type of videos coming soon. Just stay tuned for what you like. I'll do these videos, readings. Stay for what you like. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.